fumo solo de Cali. Now do no Tatianas, keep a down piece. Body made for a bikini, that's a 2-piece, 3-piece, sheepy, all up in my mentions. Fall out, that's my enemies and bottles in my section. Mira que está rica, dice que soltera, rebota como bola, pero baila como perra. I think you the baddest, and I ain't on no kid shit, some motherfucking status.
You're the good girl, but you bad. Tryna keep it low key, but when you start moving, you can't hide it. You can't hide it. You're the angel with a monster in the bedroom. I love it when you get back.
Yo, boo met me down in Nobu. Better get her before you end up with no boo. Whole dash on that ass in old school. She gon' pay a motherfucker like she posted. Better keep my shit lit when you walk through. Heard you got a couple lames try and stalk you. How we pimpin' when he simpin' try park you. I ain't hating, but that's something that'll mark you. At the Marriott, try and take these clothes off you. You can walk nude, anything in this love. And I ain't trying to be forever like Lil Mo. Shorty, raise up your glasses a little more. If you party round here, it's a little dope. Get in line with the flow, cause it come and go. Mind heavily sedated when the kush bark. In the European model with the push
girl, but you bad. Tryna keep it low key, but when you start moving, you can't hide it. You can't hide it. You're the angel with a monster in the bedroom. I love it when you get back.
Young D, the beat boss.
Girl, you should let me love you. Let me love you. Now be that girl with her feet down for corner. Yeah. Her body bang, she look like a diva. Yeah. Come see the way she does a twist and whine. All the way I'm also kiss and tell. Know the way her and my carry I'm well. No be play. Naughty, mama. See the way you got her. Surely let me paint your picture. You look too good to be alone. Your body fine like Fiona. Everything I read in her. Girl, I never play you, you be dead. Of only you, I be dead. I got you be dead. I never play you, you be dead.
I don't mind going on with you tonight, girl. I don't mind. Maybe you're so fine. Maybe, girl, I can't believe how you're so fine. Oh no, I don't go play you, baby. Rest assured. See, I don't really like football. I used to be a player when I was young. Now I just wanna be in love, my lady. Rest assured. See, I don't really like football. I used to be a player when I was young. Now I just wanna be in love, my lady.
You look too good to be alone. Your body fine like Fiona. Everything I read in her. Girl, I never play you, you be dead. Of only you, I be dead. I got you be dead. Girl, I never play you, you be dead. Of only you, I be dead. I got you be dead. I never play you, you be dead. Everything you want me again. Take a trip around to LA. To me, girl, you be Beyonce. Everything you want me again. Take a trip around to LA. To me, girl, you be Beyonce. You look too good to be alone. Your body fine like Fiona. Everything I read in her. You look too good to be alone. Your body fine like Fiona. Everything I read in her. be dead, dead. Girl, I never play you, you be dead, dead. Or for only you, I be dead, dead. Give her that, be dead, dead. My girl, you be dead, dead. I never play you, you be dead, dead.
What's up, everybody? It's allhiphop.com. We are here with the legendary Ice-T. What's up, man?
Good to see you, player. Always a treat.
Yeah.
Players meet.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. True honor, man. Now, we're going to get into the new music, right? But the first thing I want to get in with you, these top 50 lists.
Yeah, interesting.
I'm very, very upset that at least the first list did not have Ice-T in it.
I've never really been on a list. I've never been. I never been that rapper. You know, like one time I read Cube had me on his list. But I mean, you know, lists are written from perspectives. You know, I'm quite sure there's a lot of people out there that are Ice-T fans that would have me high on their list. That doesn't really bother me. You know what I'm saying? I looked at the first list. The first list was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And it didn't have myself. It didn't have Chuck.
Yeah.
It didn't have KRS-One.
Right.
I don't even think it had Q.
Or
he wasn't
in
where he should have been.
Yeah.
Or Scarface. You know, when I was selling a lot of records and I was really, really hot, like on the cover of every magazine, there was a time when it shifted and we weren't selling as many records. And at first my ego got to me, like, damn, man, what's going on? But it was a time change, and then at the same time, Wu-Tang wasn't selling as many records.
Yeah.
Chuck D wasn't selling as many records. Big Daddy Kane. So when I look around and I see people, my peers, and I realize, well, that's just a time, and it wasn't something I should take personally. And honestly, that's what spurred me to get more into acting and to try to come up with alternate flows of income, revenue. But, you know what I'm saying, I don't take those lists personally because I know I'm on the top of somebody's list.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're definitely at the top of my list.
That's what's up. Thank you.
Yeah. So you're back in the studio recording new music. It's been 10 years.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't.
Hip hop music.
Rap music, hip hop. I've been doing a lot of features. I've been working with a lot of different people on their music, which I love doing. But I just wasn't inspired.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to. Rap took a different turn. The style of music now is very producer driven. It's clubby. You know, you go in the club, I could dance to it all night long and stuff. But it's different than the rap music I made. Yeah. And I'm about artistic integrity. Like, do what you do. You know, that's what you do. When I hear Rakim, I want to hear bars. That's what I want to hear out of Ra. That's what he does. When I want to hear, like I say, Wu-Tang, it should be rugged. Yeah. That bring the motherfucking ruckus. Yeah. You know, that's a boom, boom. When I first heard that, I was like, yo, this shit is so hard. And so with Ice-T, it's always been criminal adventures, stories, a lot of game involved in it. And I also defined a lot of things, like straight up nigga. Some of y'all niggas is bitches too. What a hustler is, what the pusher, all the different slangs in the hood. I would define what's a hustler, what's a high roller. Right. So kind of like that's my music. My music was an attempt to do what Iceberg Slim did in books over beats. Right. So I was sitting around and people were like, yo, Ice, man, do another album. And I'm like, I just don't feel like doing an album. Like, am I going to get on the radio? Or are they going to even play my records? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm in my 60s now. I'm like, they at least don't want to hear no more. So then I just got an idea. Like I said, you know what? I've been in film. what if I made a trilogy that was where the videos were as important as the song, and do 1, 2, 3 songs that tell like a story of this criminal that's going through these different things. And as I started to work on it, I was watching Power, and I'm like, yo, Ghost is dope, but does it look like that nigga even has one day of happiness? Like, in the midst of all this money, and they just made this, and they got all these keys, no one's happy ever.
Right.
And I'm like, that's what it's really like. And I know that firsthand. I'm not saying I was a drug dealer on that level, but I know the life of having the feds in your rear view, of partying, but always stressing that life. And so that's what I started working on. So the Feds trilogy is 3 songs. The first song I released, I did it out of order like Lucas, George Lucas. So I dropped the middle one first, which is called Feds in My Rear View, that people have seen. If you haven't seen it, it's on allhiphop.com. I'm releasing now this week. You guys are going to debut it. Another one, which is called Too Old for the Dumb Shit, which is actually part 1. And the last one is called The Hanging, or The Catching Comes Before the Hanging. Okay. And it's 3 parts. It's just something different, Chuck. It's just trying to be, we got to keep being creative.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. First of all, man, I got to give you props for putting so much into the art. You know, so many rappers just rap to rap, you know, and then they degrade to the point where people like, man, I'm not even trying to hear nothing you have to say, but you actually, it's the opposite. Because you've been protective of your brand and protective of the art that you produce, you know, you putting out something that people run to and actually like.
Well, it is art to me.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you could play around rapping. I think when I first started, I didn't know it was an art. I used to just rhyme on the corner and rap to my friends and to the girls. But then after a while, you know, when you start hanging around these real rappers, they take it serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't come up in here bullshitting. I mean, when I first started rapping, I had to go in the studio with Melly Mel and Grandmaster Caz.
Right.
Them niggas was not bullshitting. You know, get your bars up, get it together. So I did a movie called The Art of Rap. I really believe that this is an American-born art form, and rap can be used to do a lot of things. You have people like Lauryn Hill, you have people like Common that can take rap and uplift people. You've got party rappers, you've got, like I call them verbal gymnasts, like Eminem, that can, you know, Tech Nine, that can spit lyrics all kinds of crazy ways. Busta's one of those that can rhyme like that. You've got people that can tell you stories of the streets and poverty, and what the grind really is. You got the cats in Alabama, the trappers, that are telling you about what life is like in the dope game. So there's a lot of ways you can use it. Yeah. But don't fuck over it. Appreciate it, because look what it's done. It's taken a lot of us out of the streets, out of the trouble, out of the taking penitentiary chances, and giving us a chance to live. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, when people like, oh, I don't give a fuck, you know, I'm just getting paid, I don't really care, you know, that's disrespectful to people that are really, really putting their heart into this. You know, so I try to just keep a certain standard, you know, whether you think I can rap or you like my flow or you this, that, and the third, that's all your opinion, that's all your perspective. But you can't say Ice-T ever just didn't give a fuck. Right. You know, I always try to do the best I can. Okay. Now the visuals, shout out to Jay Scorsese, right?
Yeah,
Jay Rodriguez, a.k.a. Scorsese.
Yeah.
We just hooked his name up and took him to that next level, because that's part of hip hop. Yeah. You know, how many Montanas are there in hip hop? You know, so we know Martin Scorsese is the man. So he's Jay Scorsese.
Yeah. He did his thing, definitely. Now it's interesting the way you did it, because it seems like it's blending your life with fiction. You know what I mean? It's almost like